everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and it is time for my newest monthly pickups video, this time for April 2022. And this month I didn't get a whole bunch of stuff, but I did get stuff from a lot of different places. I got stuff from Groove, my first Groove Entertainment order, Hamilton Books, Half Price Books, eBay, Shout Factory, Amazon, and I think that's it. I will correct myself when I come across what I have. But first up, I'll do Hamilton Books. And first thing I picked up was the Cinema Paradiso from the Arrow Academy edition. I think this was $6.95, I believe. I have never seen this all the way through, but I did see bits and pieces of it on cable a long time ago, and I was really intrigued by it. If you know anything about my background with movies, I used to be a projectionist and a theater manager. And about the time that this came out, that's when I was learning to be a projectionist. And there was a line in the film that I'm going to paraphrase. It was something about being a projectionist and showing movies. I felt like I was entertaining the entire town. And I worked in a small town theater, so that's kind of how I felt. And if I massacred that line, it's because it's a memory that's, over 30 years old. But I was just really looking forward to seeing this all the way through. And this version comes with the director's cut and the theatrical cut. The theatrical cut is 124 minutes, and the director's cut is 174 minutes. I believe I have that correct. But I'm very interested to see at least the theatrical cut all the way through. So Cinema Paradiso from the Arrow Academy. Looking forward to that. Also picked up the GoGo Boys. This is the inside story of Canon Films. Now, initially I thought I had already bought this with the Canon DVD collection that I got at Walmart a couple of months ago, but that is Electric Boogaloo, which is not this, so I figured I would pick this up. I can never know too much about the Canon Films the Canon Films company. This features interviews with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Michael Dudikoff, Eli Roth, along with Menachem Golan and Yoram Globus themselves, as well as archive footage of Stallone, Bronson, Chuck Norris. This is the definitive documentary about Canon Films. So I'm very interested to see this. This is from MVD, and this runs 89 minutes. So there's the front. There is the back. And then I picked this up. This is a favorite of mine, and Hamilton Books had the Arrow edition, and I used to own another edition. I can't remember what company it was from, but Arrow, I'm going to guess, is the superior edition. This is Horror Express with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, also with Telly Savalas. This is just a damn entertaining, in the spirit of the Hammer films, but it was not made by the Hammer company. This is from Granada Films, apparently. It's a Benmar production. Looks like this was Italian, but very much in the Hammer vein. It takes place on a train, some strange creature that Christopher Lee has bagged, and he's transporting it to London, I believe, on the Trans-Siberian Express. I haven't seen this in a couple of years, but I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it. And then also picked this up. This is The Nice Guys. This stars Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. And this was written and directed by Shane Black, also written by Anthony Bagarozzi, produced by Joel Silver. This is just a really fun movie. I wanted to get this in my collection. If you know Shane Black and his type of humor, you'll probably enjoy this. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is still better than this. For some reason, I don't own that yet, so I got to get that. But this is really fun. And then from Shout Factory, I picked up the 1978 Doctor Strange TV movie. This was a limited run, initially of 1,500 units, and then they, due to high demand, they increased that to 2,000. I have not seen this since I saw it on CBS TV in '78 when it was on, and I didn't know a whole lot about Doctor Strange back then, but I remember enjoying it. More current reviews. This has been out on DVD for some time from Shout Factory. More current reviews have said that it's really cheesy and pretty bad, and I'm not going to try to compare it to the Doctor Strange of the MCU, but I'm just interested to see it because I love the Doctor Strange character now. From Half Price Books, I did some snooping around in their clearance section and actually got some decent stuff. First up is the live-action version of Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. I know this got some flack because she is a white woman playing in a Japanese role, but I don't know. I enjoyed the anime, and I'm just kind of interested to see what they did with this. And I believe I paid $3 for this. I think I paid $3 for all of these from Half Price Books. But this was brand new, still sealed, so I figured, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. And I also picked up Empire State with Liam Hemsworth, Emma Roberts, and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. This supposedly is based on a true story. This is from Lionsgate. And it did not come with a digital code, and it was not still sealed, but it was only $3, so I figured I would check it out. This is one that I have never bothered picking up, and I was kind of surprised to see this in the clearance section, not because I don't believe it should be there or anything, but just because it's such a heavy package. It's $3 that I picked this up for. This is Get Smart, the remake of the old 1960s TV show, and with Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, The Rock, and Alan Arkin, directed by Peter Segal. But this comes with 4 discs. Is that right? 3 discs. Can I count? 3 discs. So it has the Blu-ray, it has a digital copy, and then it has a DVD game. So that is interesting. But yeah, if you've seen this, let me know what you thought of it. And I believe this includes, yeah, some bonus scenes that weren't in the theater. And then last from Half Price Books, I picked up Contact, starring Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey, based on the Carl Sagan novel. I haven't seen this since it came out on VHS, which was a long time ago. When did this come out? 1997. So yeah, it hasn't been since then that I've seen this, so I want to give this another watch. Then my Groove order, I picked up a double feature of some classic 1980s films, Uncle Buck and Fletch. I'm just kind of surprised I don't have either one of these on Blu-ray prior to this. Uncle Buck, it has the dubious honor of being the movie I've seen more than any other movie in existence, merely because I worked at a theater, and when the end of the shift came and I was waiting for the movies to be over so I could go home, I would just sit down and watch this. And I probably can quote the last 3/4 of this movie verbatim, but I have not seen it in a very long time, so I'm going to have to actually put that to the test. Fletch I've only seen once, but really enjoyed it back in the day. But Uncle Buck is really the reason I bought this. John Candy, Amy Madigan, and I forget who all else is in this, but of course it's written and directed by John Hughes, and then Fletch with Chevy Chase in a number of different roles. So very interested to rewatch both of those. And then I picked this up, Jesus Christ Superstar. If you are interested at all or even care, this was the first album I ever had as a kid. I believe it was my dad's, but I sort of took it over and I learned every lyric of this when I was 5 years old. I am not a religious person, but this is by far my favorite musical of all time. I know every word of this verbatim. I will go see live productions of this whenever I can. I just saw one for my birthday earlier this year in Cleveland, down at Playhouse Square. This is not as good in terms of my personal opinion. This is not as good as the original album, the original cast album, but this is still a lot of fun. And I have not seen this in a very long time, so I'm glad to finally have this in my collection. Then next up is Amazon, and I got a tip on Facebook that the Scream Factory edition of Night of the Creeps was available with a slipcover. So I took a chance and I ordered it. I already own the other version, but I took a chance to get this because I figured, what the hell, I'm not going to get it with a slipcover if I order it now. It's been out for too long, but lo and behold, it arrived, and I have the slipcover version. So this is a very fun 1986 horror film, sort of a comedy. This includes the director's cut and the theatrical cut. And it has the great Tom Atkins, who is immensely quotable in this. I really, really enjoy this, his performance as Detective Cameron. So I'm looking forward to rewatching that. Picked this up. This is Moonfall. This is the Ultra HD 4K version. Did not see this in theaters, unfortunately, or I probably would not have picked it up, or at least spent as much as I did on the 4K version. But I did watch this, and I was pretty disappointed. I knew it was going to be stupid, and it even went beyond as stupid as I thought it would be. So I was really disappointed with this. It's big, it's dumb, it's fun, it's loud, but probably the last third of the film just gets a little weird and kind of ruins the fun, I think. I don't know. I have a review of this on movieassault.com if you want to read my full thoughts on this, but Moonfall, this is one of those ones that I don't know if it'll stay in my collection. One that will stay in my collection is SpiderMan No Way Home with, of course, Tom Holland as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and of course Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch is in this, and of course the usual band of characters from the Spider-Man films. I'm not going to spoil anything. If at this point you don't know what happens in this film, shame on you. If you haven't seen it, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to be the one to ruin it for anybody, but this is just an immensely fun MCU film. If you're a fan of Spider-Man and the Spider-Man movie series, all of them, see it. That's all I'll say. From eBay, I picked up this Scream Factory title. This is from 1957, I believe. Yeah, 1957. This is The Vampire. And this is about a doctor who accidentally swallows an experimental bat serum pill, and he's soon up to his Hippocratic oath in bloodthirsty desire. This is going to be in the Halloween 15 this year, so that's why I picked it up. I got it for $8 off of eBay. I love my 1950s horror. And then this is probably the best deal of the month. There is a store in town called Crazy Bins. I don't know if you have one of those in your town or something similar. It's basically they buy the returns and the stuff that is listed as possibly defective or damaged or whatever from Target, maybe from Amazon as well, but I know from Target. And sometimes they have movies there, sometimes they have video games, and usually it's like 1,800 copies of FIFA 19 or something. But I went and I looked in their bin, and they had these two. They had The Last Duel, which is a brand new release for $5. And this is brand new and sealed with the Blu-ray and digital code. And I was very interested to see this, but I really didn't want to pay too much for it. But for $5, I absolutely will. And then I also picked up The French Dispatch from Wes Anderson, brand new and sealed. And this also comes with a digital code and Blu-ray. So I wasn't planning on adding either one of these to my collection anytime soon, but for $5 each, brand new and sealed, I couldn't pass this deal up. They did not have multiple copies of either of these, just these two. So either these found their way into the clearance section at Target by accident, or somebody marked them down. I don't know. I don't know why they were there, but I'm glad they were, so I picked them up. So there you go. That is it for April 2022. That is my Blu-ray and 4K UHD pickups for the month. Not as much as usual, but that's okay. Next month I will be going on vacation, and I plan to do some movie hunting while I'm out and about. So I don't know if I'll actually record myself out and about because I don't know where I'm going, but we'll see what happens. So we'll see if I find any interesting stuff. I do have some stuff coming from Amazon, pre-orders and whatnot. One is scheduled to come today, so that'll be a next month's video. And like I seem to promise every month, I want to do more videos that are not just pickup videos. I just can't seem to find any time to do them, or any good subjects. But I did go back to school this year. I'm back in college learning some stuff that I need for my job. And I'm done with that, so I'm done with homework for about 3 months until the fall. So hopefully I will have some extra time. So we'll see if that translates into more videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you like this type of video, I do a lot of these. And so please subscribe for more of them. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And my cat is rubbing his face all over the tripod. There's not an earthquake. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.